So, people don't understand. It's situational awareness for me. I'm aware of the situation and nobody else is. People didn't understand that I was screaming because I needed help and I couldn't get it. People kept telling me that I wasn't trying to get help, and I am. I just need help. A situational awareness issue. This is the thing, is that I'm overwhelmed. All of these people threatening me and threatening my life. I mean, these aren't good people and they needed to leave me alone. Everybody ganged up on me everywhere that I went, and that's the issue. I was extremely overwhelmed when I went to Lana's and she was snapping at me every morning. She didn't snap at me all day long, she just snapped at me every morning, and when I tried to explain what was going on, her and Jerry always wanted to try to distract me with something else, and I didn't need distracted. I can only hear so much about those fucking earthquakes. And, I didn't feel safe there. And I had to try to get my Facebook safe, because that's where most of the evidence is and the information, and I needed someone to understand, but they didn't understand. Lana didn't understand that every time she snapped at me, it made me worse. I needed someone to listen. When Lana was being fucking cruel to me, I was cruel back. I needed her to stop being fucking mean for no goddamn reason, just because she didn't want to understand, because I didn't have sex with her, because I didn't buy Brad's fucking car. These people didn't understand the situation, and I did, and they wouldn't take the time to listen. They just assumed that I was wrong. And it's okay for them to snap at me. It's not okay for me to snap at them back. That's the point. I needed a safe environment where people weren't fucking snapping at me. I needed a place where it was quiet, where I could sit down and just work on it. At Sally Treon's, they didn't snap at me. They were just too busy screaming all the goddamn time. At Shannon's, like, she's allowed to get overwhelmed, and she's overwhelmed a lot. She's allowed to snap at people and yell at people when she's overwhelmed. When I made that video, she was pissed off at Rick because he should have come to her defense. Meanwhile, I'm not allowed to be angry that people don't come to my defense. I needed them to do that in court. I need them to make statements. That's the thing, is that I couldn't get anyone to do anything useful. A safe environment is first and foremost. If I'm stuck out there getting victimized by the goddamn public, and I'm stuck out there getting victimized by the fucking cops, it's not a safe environment. If I'm getting yelled at all the fucking time, or people around me are constantly yelling, it's too loud of an environment. And no matter how many times I explain this, people don't fucking get it. Meanwhile, they judge me for things that they do. It's alright for them, it's not alright for me. It's alright for Shannon to yell at Rick, it's not alright for me to yell at Shannon. And she yells at him nightly. And then people offer things when it's too late. Like, yeah, sure, 6 months ago it would have done some good. Now it won't. Christine, she is scared to lose her place. She just got a place. She's scared to lose it. So she took away the other Facebook because she didn't want to lose her place. With Shannon, right after I made that video, she called me when she found out I made that video, and she fucking screamed at me. It's alright for her, it's not alright for me. The evidence of most of the stuff with that Layla Johnson lady, that was on that phone that I lost, and I needed help getting it back. The evidence of the mean shit that Amanda and Lana were doing to me, that's on that phone, and I needed help getting it back. I need to show you guys that it's abusive. It's fucking terrible. It's do as you want, or I'm a terrible person. In my dad's house, it was do as my dad wants. And he keeps pressuring me to do this stuff. And every time these people put me under pressure, do what I want, do what I want, do what I want, or I won't love you. I won't be your friend. I won't help you unless you do what I want. And then I do what they want and they still fucking down on me. I have too much on my plate, and every time somebody puts more on, it makes it worse. And then they throw me away because I'm fucking overwhelmed. Please stop and understand, please. It's too much. And I'm not allowed to have a panic attack. I'm not allowed to freak out. They can. Everybody else is allowed to freak out, but I'm not. Because I don't have a place. I don't have a safe environment for me. I don't have the money for these things. People keep telling me to get a job. Like, oh my God. How are you not understanding the goddamn situation? How is it that hundreds of people can threaten my life and no officer will take my fucking report? But I threaten their lives back, and I'm some sort of fucking dangerous person who needs to be locked up. They got a protection order against me by preventing me from going to court, by preventing me from showing that Jennifer Farina Bollinger and fucking Ted Bollinger and Shelley were working together with these fucking internet bullies to fucking harass me. Natalie didn't have to harass me herself. Other people did it for her. Other people assumed that I meant her harm and did harmful things to me. And I got overwhelmed and I needed help and I got empty fucking promises and I have to get a lawyer. I don't have the money for a lawyer. I need to organize this shit so that I can present it, so that I can show what the fuck is going on. I shouldn't have had to use my Facebook that way. And my dad, instead of listening, he talks over me and talks over me and talks over me and yells at me. And then he calls his wife in. Diane, help me out on this. No, Dad, stop and fucking listen, please. For the love of God, stop and listen, please. And with Shannon, like, she couldn't stay sober for one fucking night. She was able to stay sober for a week because she was afraid that she was going to get her kid taken away if she couldn't pass an alcohol test. And she whined at me that whole week about it. And she freaked out a lot because she didn't have her alcohol. And I'm not allowed to say that. I mean, that stuff fucking sends me into a fucking panic attack. And, like, everywhere that I go, people don't understand this. Stop, please. Please. Don't tell me you're gonna let me have time and then not give it to me. Like, every situation, every fucked up thing that could possibly happen happened. Everything they could do to prevent me from showing evidence. And all of this stuff, I have it stuck in my goddamn head because it keeps happening. And people keep saying, let it go. Tell them to let it go, goddammit. You should have told Natalie to let it go and her mom to let it go. And Alicia to let it go when I left fucking Virginia. I begged for help from everyone who was so busy dumping their own shit on me. I'm fucking overwhelmed with everybody else's shit. I'm stuck in a goddamn vehicle. The money that I get fucking doesn't even cover the goddamn vehicle. I have no disability coming in anymore. It all got spent on going to fucking court. I'm moving from one place to another. For empty promises and more fucking abuse. I just needed a quiet environment with internet where I could sit down with my electronics. Instead, the only thing I can function to do is to freak out on fucking video and hope that someone will put me in a room where I can do this shit. It just keeps on mounting. It started off as half of a fucking backpack. Half of a fucking backpack. Everything fucking hurts all the time over what was done to me, and they justify it by compartmentalizing it. That's called framing. You see this? You see this? That's more stuff I have to deal with. You see this fucking mess? I can't just pull this out and organize it, because I'll get harassed by the fucking cops. I can't talk about it in Starbucks or I'll get harassed by the cops. I can't go to get food at Walmart or I'll get harassed by the cops. I can't talk about it in there or I'll get harassed by the cops. I can't spend too much time somewhere because I'll get harassed by the cops. I can't go to the cops because they'll take it away. I can't be suicidal or they'll take it away. They'll take away everything. And I won't get it back. And I got this paperwork. And I got the paperwork that I never got back. I'm not allowed to freak out. God damn it! I have good reason to freak out. I needed a friend. That's what I needed. I needed a friend who understood, and that was Natalie. When people are paranoid, they do mean shit, and I'm so tired of mean shit happening to me. But I'm not allowed to do it back. I'm not allowed to yell back in those environments where I hear nothing but screaming. I have to hide in a corner. I bought a chair at Sally Treon's because there's no room to sit. And then everybody used my chair, so I had to get up off the floor anyway. And that shit fucking hurts. And people would only do this shit in texting. And then people like Karamia and Layla Johnson, who aren't even real people. I mean, oh my God. Why did they do the things that they did? I needed help. I needed a safe environment. I needed someone to listen, and no matter what, somebody else is always more important than me. With my dad feeling like he was in control of me was more important than listening what I had to say. With Lana, I had to listen to her talk about Dutch. with my dad, he wasn't interested in me at all unless it was something that he was interested in. And then he's fucking gung-ho. He wants me to do this stuff. He doesn't care about this. He doesn't care about this. It's jumped through his fucking hoops. And everybody wants to pressure me to do what they want where I'm a terrible person. When it comes to keeping their word, they're all sick, or they're all going to the hospital, or they got cancer, or they fucking have to deal with somebody else. That's the point. I don't have a family. I don't have any way to defend myself against this shit. I'm tired of getting harassed by the cops for not having a safe place to be. I mean, this is homeless life for you folks. Harassed by the cops because you exist. I have to worry about the cops coming and taking my Jeep and locking me up. And I won't have the money to get my Jeep out. I mean, all of this, being falsely accused, costs a lot of money. They pushed me and pushed me and pushed me and ignored me and ignored me and ignored me until I had to do desperate shit. I need a place to work on this shit. That's what I need. A place where I can sit in a room with internet and just be left the fuck alone. Not for just an hour. An hour is barely enough time to set this shit up. Getting stuck at McDonald's, getting stuck at a fucking library. Like, this is way too much. And I can't bring it out, and I can't make phone calls in the library. I can't make phone calls at fucking Starbucks. I can't make phone calls at McDonald's. I have to pack it up and take it outside. And Shannon, she's so busy screaming at her daughter during the day. She's like, you know, Sean, you should just do that stuff at night. Because she doesn't want to have people hear her screaming during the day. But then she screams at night, too. And at Sally Treon's, I make those videos because I'm overwhelmed and I needed help. Everywhere that I went, I make those videos because I needed actual help, and nobody wanted to understand. They're all too involved in their own shit, and that's the point. Is that all of these web wingnuts that helped out the Bollingers, I mean, they had plenty of time on their hands. Plenty of time to harass me and stalk me and destroy my life. Those druggies that Maddie was selling her fucking drugs to, they got plenty of fucking time too. There's not a goddamn thing I can do. All I can do is take it. All I can do is take it. All I can do is take the overwhelming fucking abuse, and nobody actually fucking cares enough to put me in a room where I can work on this shit without having to hear fucking screaming. And I'm not allowed to scream. I'm not allowed to be overwhelmed. It's alright for everyone else. It's not alright for me. Like, that's the whole fucking point. I did everything I could to try to get help. Before Natalie died, I tried to get Natalie to help. I tried to get Jodo to help. Just make them stop. And these people didn't understand. They didn't try to fucking understand. Please, Rose, help! I hate my life! Just get over it! Just get over it! Everybody hates me because I have panic attacks, and I have panic attacks because I'm constantly stuck in a situation where anybody can abuse me at any time, and I can't do a goddamn thing about it! I needed someone on my side! On my side! I couldn't even get anyone to listen to fucking understand! People kept saying, call me, and then I call them and they're always too busy to listen. Or they can't do anything. Meanwhile, they fucking can. All of these people can. They can all do something. Sean, come here. Sean, come here. I don't have the money. I don't have the fucking money. And then I'm freaking out and I get punished for freaking out. I'm freaking out because I'm being fucking victimized. It's alright for hundreds of people to threaten my life. It's not okay for me to threaten them back. It's not okay for me to threaten to take Rose and her daughter to court. Their whole family pretended like I threatened their lives. The cops prevented me from going to fucking court. God damn it! Make it stop!